Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing this morning? Jappy's Crypto 897, Alexander Bearish Bull, Bill B, Ryan, Scott, Burnett, Joey, Birdie, Eric, Miss Scobby. I think that's a new name. I've never seen you before. Lecker, Crypto Chemist, Munners, Ed. How is every Clockwatcher? Alex, Byron, Luis, Aaron, Carl, Gustavo. Good morning, everybody. Yes, glad to see all the usual suspects. How is everybody doing this morning? I had a nice little couple of moves last night. It might have been, I felt like I was on a CQ shift last night with, getting interrupted so much, my sleep. Jake Patton, Luis, Caesar, good morning. What is going on? Let me get my my Epic pen open. This for some reason has a mind of its own. David Collins, yo. Let's go ahead and get that algorithm cracking early this morning, guys, and let's bang that like button. Favorite thing about this job is that we all show up because we want to. That's exactly true. Let's hit the refresh here and get our thing going. We've got about, I think we just hit the US Open actually. Let's see what we get. Bit DCA. Have my tea, smoked my joint. Nice. See what this US Open brings us. Looks like we're getting a little down push. I don't think we'll have James this morning. He stayed up late last night watching a show. Yes, thank you, Clockwatcher. If you haven't signed up for the TPO Bootcamp, right, check it out. If you're interested in taking control of your thing, taking control of your life, getting that time to value, it's definitely worth it. And don't take my word for it, right? Little sponsor action. I have a TPO layout now. Nice, Luis. Yo, that Go Charting link in the Discord lets me use Go Charting for free. Yeah, I think it's free. I think it's free until the end of the month. Mr. Ush. Yo. Yeah, so we're seeing some decent selling coming down off of the open. Let's see, the areas to watch right here on this way up are going to be right here. This is where on the way down we had that little pause, and then we had, you guys watched the bar form. It came down, it came back up, then it came back down here. This one opened, came up, paused here, came back up, and then kind of settled here before the cash open. We'll see once it if it gets down there. Jens, what's up? Wish I knew about it sooner. Yeah, I tried to tell everybody that it was out there for free, and I think Chappie's was telling everybody as well that it was free for the end of the month. That's all right. It's gonna be cheaper than ExoCharts anyways. I think it's only gonna be like $21 or something like that. So you got the whole Trade Vets background on the layout. Yeah, because I think it copies the entire thing. So yeah, that's cool. That's why I liked it. That's what everyone was saying. Yeah, Scott, if you go into the Discord and go under Go Charting templates, it'll be in there. Let's take a peek at the futures real quick. Jens, hope many got the short. Yes. Yeah, that's all I was saying. Like, I've never been woken up by so many alarms in a while overnight on Bitcoin, you know? Those Brits must have been taking out their anger from that England loss on Bitcoin. Because they just let it come back up and then they smacked it back down over and over and over pretty much all night. So yeah, I got woken up by one alarm and then woken up by another alarm and then woken up by another alarm. Let's see if we can catch a little oil trade. Honestly, probably shouldn't even trade. I traded all night. Probably should just take the day off. But, you know, with those inflation numbers that came out, we might see some volatility in the market today. So it would just be, probably worth it to take advantage of something like that. Clickety clank alarm is the best alarm, though. That's true. Progressive Martian, what's up, man? Yeah, it's cool. We all have the TTV background. That's dope. I'm glad that worked. Sorry if I sound a little like stuffed up or tired. You know, my alarms are going up all night, so had to wake up. You know, like I said, when sometimes when the market tries to act like an ATM, you just gotta stick your hands out and take the money. So. Crypto chemist, too many alarms. With your 18 minutes of sleep, it really ruins that, huh? Tulio, good morning, good morning. Yeah, I can share the background. Let me find a better version of it, because I gave it to Chappie's, but the image was distorted a bit, I guess, or it was kind of low quality. So let me look through my emails, because I have one that's a vector image, and so let me find one that's a vector. Let me find that vector image, and then I'll share that one. That way everyone's getting the good quality. See if they're gonna prop this back up here. Oh my. Sometimes I execute an order without a strategy on, and it pisses me off. Sleep. Yeah, I should be able to find it. I'm pretty sure I know where it's at. I just have to search through some of the folders to find that vector image. That way the vector image you guys can put like wherever. So yeah. And we'll be getting a little bit higher quality. We're gonna not update the logo, but just like improve the quality of it, like make it a better resolution here pretty soon as well. Alright guys, I'm trying to manage this trade real quick. Get a nice little pump on the oil.
Clank, click a deep clank, the money goes into my piggy bank.
Right, there's the ES right there. The ES took a nice little drop. We just shorted above value and closed it back down into value. Now we're gonna see Bitcoin just kind of stick in one spot, huh? Market Liberator is, I mean, just ask them about it, or ask the crypto chemist about it. He knows a lot about it. It was just like a partner thing. That way we can post, I guess, in their Discord. You know, that way it's just like a way for like smaller channels, I guess, to get more or like exposure, I guess would be the correct word. The volume is lower. Yeah, I turned down the volume for you guys because I know a lot of people were saying it was blowing their eardrums out, so I turned it down a bit. Andrew, good morning. Good morning. We're starting to see, you know, some winning happening here. We saw them hold this position. Now we're coming down here. So let's see, as we get back down to this position here, if we're going to get sellers come back in or if buyers are going to defend this position. If buyers don't really defend this position, look for them to trickle it down, and then look for buyers to try to hold the bottom of the range. And so let's while the market's moving fairly slow, let's go over some of the trades from last night. It was kind of a 2-for-1 special. I'm actually interested to hear. So Chappies and Graham, I think, are battle buddies. We have battle buddies in the boot camp. So your battle buddy holds you accountable, and you know, you run your trade plan. Matt Flint, good morning. You run your trade plan, you know, through them, and you know, things like that. Basically, ES is doing its best BTC imitation. Yes, it is. And so basically what's happening is, yeah, look at ETH. Basically what's happening is you're having, sorry guys, I'm getting distracted. No, I forget what I was saying. Good job, Z. You distracted me. I gotta like slam this bang, get my brain working. Tired this morning. Big Blaze, what's up, bro? ETH is coming back down to the bottom of this little range right here. ETH was nice. This the short from last night. So I hit this short here. It came back up, and you actually could have taken this long here and it hit both targets on the upside that I was looking for, because I was just looking for the fail at the top of the structure. And this one, that's my specialty. And then it hit the same, the same exact short again on ETH, right? And so it was actually pretty nice. The nice thing about, and let me turn these backgrounds off so you can see a little bit easier. So if we look at the short on ETH, right? So here's the trade posted 9:13 right before I went to bed. The ETH short hit actually, like as soon as I got in bed, my alarm hit off, and then I was like, damn it, I gotta get back on the computer. And so here's the, like, we had an aggressive short from 27.12, and then just a less aggressive short from the 17 level. And so from the 27 level here, the reason was because we were just putting in, like, I mean, look at this tight structure. And this is kind of, one of the plays that we go over, for those of you guys that remember. I don't know, for those of the people that have been through the week 1 bootcamp. So the 27 was a bit more aggressive of a short, but your entry could have been here on the break of structure. But basically what's happening is you're having price move up, right? And trying to break this previous structure, it can't. So it moves back down into structure, right? Tries to form a little bit of excess, can't form excess, moves back down into structure, and then breaks the low of structure, right? And so you get in here, or you get in here on the low of structure, and then, you target a specific spot, like a point of control or a value area low or something like that, right? And that's, that's pretty much what we did. The target on ETH was actually only to here, was the 2004 level. If you let your runner run, right, I ended up closing at that 1990 level, just because it just seemed like a nice round number, and I wasn't sure how much farther it was going to go. It did play to my levels pretty decently that I had on trading view. And that was the more aggressive short. And then, the less aggressive short was a 2017. So like I was saying here, which was the break of this low. So aggressive short, less aggressive short, they all hit their profit targets. And then, we got the same play this morning, except for this morning, we kind of got this little pullback, right? So here's the initial break, right? And if we turn on the candlestick so you guys can see what it looked like in real time, we got a nice little chance to add, right? So over here we were below the VWAP, right? So we got below the VWAP, entry below the VWAP, right? You feel comfortable with that, hit your profit targets. Here, more aggressive entry is above the VWAP, so you're kind of nervous about the VWAP, right? And if you're not, you should be. You should at least be considering it. Maybe not nervous, but at least give it some consideration, give it some thought, right? And as it comes down, it hits that first take profit. Actually, almost hit the second take profit. It was 4, so it was literally like right below it. But then it pulls back. So let's say you took some profit. You see where it pulls back to? It pulls right back to structure, right? And then rejects. So add when it breaks the VWAP again and write it down. So that second ETH short was actually really nice. So, and I saw a couple people that hit the ETH short, a couple people that hit the Bitcoin short. So that's awesome. And like I said, guys, it's not no need to thank me, right? You guys are the ones that are executing these trades. You guys are the ones clicking the button. You guys are the ones managing. I'm just posting what I'm gonna do, right? Or what my plan is. But you guys are the ones that are executing your plan, and so, good stuff. Damn it, I gotta make money. Well, I mean, it's just like, we kind of didn't really get, we got the one short off the morning yesterday, and then, basically just sat in a range all day. Same thing on same thing on Bitcoin, right? Just sat in this range until we finally got that breakdown. And so I've been watching this low level on ETH and watching that low level on Bitcoin, pretty much all day. We were in class. I mean, I wasn't watching it in class, even though I know some of you, were trading in class. I could see your guys' faces, so I could see you guys, right? Or both, yeah. So aggressive means a bit more risky. Yeah. So like aggressive is like, no, so yeah, so aggressively is not because I'm more confident. Aggressive means that it's going to be a little bit more risky, right? So on the ETH short, for instance, right? So on the ETH short, shorting here, we understand that if it doesn't break these two levels, right, then we've got to close that trade. So that's why it's a bit more risky. But when we are shorting here at 17, it's already breaking these levels. And now we're looking to just break the one level. So there's not as much resistance and it's a less risky trade. Whereas with this short here, we've got to break a few levels and there's buyers potentially trying to hold this thing up. Right, so that's going to be the thing that's going to give us a bit more risky. Right, Matt Flint busted. I see your guys's faces during the thing, and I'm seeing like they're like drifting eyes and stuff. Hang on, let me look at this oil trade. How are we doing? And look, we might get another little sell-off warning. So let's look at our levels below. Right, I don't think I have drawn many levels below. This is kind of the area that we were talking about yesterday on stream, that where I expected us to see some buying come in from this 32.3 level. Someone was asking if we are going to go to 30, something like that. Man, I was hungover yesterday. Nice. When will you take the more aggressive trades? Volume increase. Or levels below, chappies. Showing these levels on ETH. Hang on, let me get back to ETH. Uh-oh, guys. About to take a trade live. Let's go. I have levels on here. Okay, so here's our levels below on ETH. We're looking for that 1950. Good work, Wrench people. Short form. Nice, nice. I like it. There we go. So remember, if you're taking the short here on the break of this 1964, what you're looking for is it to run these stops immediately and head down to this 1950, right? And then, the 1933 could be a nice little running target. You see nothing. Someone got timed out? What happened? I didn't even see it. So for me, Chirp Tone, I take the aggressive trades pretty much every time. I'm a fairly aggressive trader. To trade crypto Clockwatcher? No. I'm using Bybit. I switched to Bybit because that's what everyone else was on. But I'm taking most of the aggressive trades. The reason that I post them like that, like, this is a more aggressive trade, is because I know that people will follow me in the trade, and that's what I don't want. Sorry, oh, spam. So I know that people will just follow me in the trade, and that's not what I'm after, and so I want to make it known that they are a little bit more aggressive trades, so maybe people will kind of proceed with caution in that instance. Yeah. If so confused because your chart is on Binance. Yeah, this is just the levels I draw there. I mean, they're not going to be perfect. This is just for a trading view. The ETH levels I had drawn are just on the Binance, but if we go to BTC, I have the Bybit levels as well. I've drawn them on both because what I've thought about doing, and what I probably will end up doing, it just takes a little bit more time, is posting the trades, but posting them for both Bybit and Binance, because I know people are on either or. So that ETH bounced off that low, yeah. Oh, no, not right now. No, if I'm gonna take a trade, right now it's probably gonna be on, probably on like my spot account for ETH, or I'll probably take a Bitcoin futures trade. Kind of looking at right now. We have those single prints above on Bitcoin, so I don't think I'm just gonna wait for now. Yeah, I'll just post both. It's not that difficult to just click back. No worries, Clockwatcher, no worries. Yeah, and if you I mean, so the levels they're fairly similar, right? So if we go to like we go to here, and the lows of this bar is 32,272. Then we go to ETH, or if we go to Bitcoin on Binance, it's 32,264. So off about by 10 points actually. I don't know, this is, yeah. Yeah, so I guess it is off by a pretty decent amount. Oh, you're using BUSD, yeah. Yeah, and if you're using one thing that we were looking at yesterday too is if you're looking at ETH, right, and you go to ETH US E or ETH USD, the level didn't go down as far yesterday, so it went down to 202, and then if you look on the linear pair, it went down to 206, right? So even though, I mean, if you're trading inverse or you're trading linear, the levels were a bit different yesterday, which was interesting. Slightly profit and switch to short, now seeing high resistance at 32.5. I'd be careful here, Indies. It doesn't look like there's a lot of sellers. I mean, there's going to be a resistance right here, 32.58. But this is where buyers came in originally from last time, and we have these single prints. So these buyers could get a little bit thirsty and want to test some of these single prints up here. And if they do, that's where you're going to look to see, is there real buyers in the market? Do these single prints fill or do they not fill? That is the question. Bybit like average from a few places to get Binance I like better, just a bit harder to use for some. Yeah, I think the interface for Bybit is a little bit easier, especially for a lot of people. But you can connect the Binance through NinjaTrader. Just haven't used it in a while. Just been using the futures when I'm trading on NinjaTrader. If it's during market hours, and then if not, just have to pop up Bybit. along that BTC bottom. Nice, nice. Smack that like button. Yes, yes. Thank you, Clockwatcher. Smack that like button. Got 83 people going, and we have 43 likes. Yeah, so let's pump those numbers up, guys. Let's see. Where's the Go charting template? Someone was saying they couldn't find it. So Go charting. Copy this. His name was Manning, right? Steve. Oh, here it is. With the ES, do you count the overnight session for pairing the cash session? I don't really count the overnight session. So if I'm looking at the overnight session for right now, you're talking about repairing those shorts below. That sell off this morning on the ES was just because of those shitty inflation numbers. Do I like Bybit? No, I don't. I just switched to, well, I just opened a Bybit account because that's what everyone was trading on in here, and I wanted to be able to, be looking at the same thing that you guys are looking at. Yeah, what I mean. And so, Tommy, look at, as we come up to this overnight high, that's where you want to pay attention to. So at that, let's see here, that poor high at 78.75, 43.78.75, that's where you're going to want to be looking at. All right, but see how the volume is getting real thin. You had the market maker make their position down here at 71.50 and 69.75 in that area, and now they're moving it up and selling their inventory. I'm lucky I'm European. My Go chart lags awful. What kind of it could depend on your computer. See, there's those buyers that I was talking about. Now they're trying to eat into some singles. Keith doing same thing. Getting limit orders filled on Bybit is so hard. Yeah, it is. And sometimes they'll skip right over you. With Bybit, a lot of times, like I was saying, I was having to mark it in and then limit out, which is annoying because then you get the fees. So excuse me. There we go. Catching a nice little short on oil right here, guys.
Clank, clickety, clank. The money goes into my piggy bank.
Move our stop down to 41.41. So let me show you guys this real quick, right? And this is why I love the TPO and why the TPO trades the same on everything. And so all I did was put a short here at the FI, and well, above the FI, I had a couple of them, but it got filled, right? And that's just your classic TPO entry. This is oil. So if we move this back into the bars, so we see here that we had this upper excess, right? Not a poor high. We had decent excess, right? I guess could technically be considered a poor high. Yeah, I'll sit. And then we get this little thin spot, get nice distribution, and then we had, excess to the bottom, a poor low. For me, it's a poor low. Move it back to our back to our bars, and we saw that on this F period, right, that one came all the way down and then came back up, right, wants to break up to the structure to repair this poor high, right? And this is off, these big dramatic bars are off of the inflation numbers. And so as it comes back up, it basically just runs out of steam for May, right? And so for me, what I'm thinking is, okay, well, there's no buyers up here. We ran out of buying, or else if we wouldn't be so close to breaking A and not break A. So I'm going to short from up here. And as the short gets up there, price moves up, right? Here's the open, price moved down originally, starts to move up. As it moved up, we saw sellers come in. We saw people try to buy, but there's obviously a seller just sitting up here, selling it down, keeping it below this 74.5. And now we're going back down. Now we're back below the open. And so this is my runner right here. This is the one contract that I have left. But it's just, you know, these kind of points that you're looking for when you're trading on a TPO are not going to be as evident on other charts that you're going to be trading on. So like here, we're looking at ETH, right? We have this dip down. If we, let me scroll back a little bit. Oh, I figured out how this thing just switches. It's the, because I'm rolling the mouse. So look where this thing fails at, right? This thing comes up and it fails right here. This is why I had my take profit at 43 on the long for ETH because of this spot, right? Because I wasn't sure if it was going to get above that spot, and it didn't, and it failed. And so this is a spot right here where you could try a short if you're going to be a bit more aggressive, right? You could have shorted that, and then your stop loss would have been nice and tight, right? We waited till it got back to structure and then broke down. Like I said, I trade fairly aggressive when it comes to futures, and I trade fairly aggressive when it comes to Bitcoin. I'm a little bit less aggressive with ETH. And now we're coming down. Let's see where the ES is at. ES is still above its open, so chill. Red dot, I sold everything. So look, you had that little release, next bar open, we traded back down. There's that resistance that Andy's was talking about. And now you want to see if more sellers are going to come in along these levels, right? Back where we have structure. And then towards the bottom of structure, you want to see real sellers get busy and break these lows. Let me catch up on the chat real quick here. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea, chappies. That's what I've been doing as well. Buck by a bit. Want to open NinjaTrader, but I'm going to wait until profitable on my Bybit sim account to open NinjaTrader with the money. Yeah, if you I know, because NinjaTrader can be a bit expensive, you could look into opening a Quant Tower account, or open a AMP account, and then you can open up Quant Tower for free, and then you just pay for the data. So that could be, you know, another thing that you could look into. What's the name of that song? ARM? That's 50 Cent clickety clank. It's actually, I think it's called Piggy Bank. Oil is more traditional trading. They don't shoot from the hip like the crypto dumb money. No, bro. Oil is the wild, wild west. Oil, ES would be more. ES would be more traditional trading, right? Trades pretty structurally, but oil's a tough Mustang to break. Yeah, I don't recommend go easy with those red dots. Yeah, I don't recommend anyone when they first start trading futures to start on oil. It's a tough go for some. I just like trading it during the summertime because the ES is a little bit less volatile during the summer. Of course, you know, this past year or so has been a little bit different because of, you know, the whole C word and everything. Cover that short on ETH, but I think too soon. There goes that oil trade. I'm out of that. Still getting some lows though. Let's see if the ES wants to push down. Nope. So the ES pulled right back down to position, back down to structure, and then moved back up. Let's shoot it from the hip, baby. What's that movie? Shoot it from the hip, born with a stiff upper lip. Let's see. Cover the ETH short. Where'd you get in, Progressive? And let's take a peek at the Bitcoin short. So I'll explain to you guys what I was thinking here. So with the Bitcoin short, right, we're 303 or 33009 and then 32656, right? And so basically I'm just using the previous structure, so the break of the previous structure, right? This was kind of that same play, except for with Bitcoin, you know, you've got a lot of long wicks or long tails that kind of come down, right? And so good morning, LUP. John, good morning. And so our target down on the downside on that first Bitcoin short was that 820, and we ended up hitting it almost just, you know, almost just barely, right? And that was our first take profit, and then we had, you know, a pretty quick reverse. And you've got to take into consideration the tone of the market, right? I know someone this morning, I don't want to name any names, see, tried to catch a falling knife on ETH, right? But so if we're coming down like this, right? And you're trying to look for a long, wait for it to give you some structure first, right? We have previous structure down here. So if it comes down here and you're looking for a long, look for it to give you some structure instead of just getting in here and trying to come up, right? Instead, you know, just wait. So it came up here, and, you know, just because it blasts up, you're not looking to just get long, because I was looking to go long at 143, was about right here, and that's back when we were here because I was looking to see which side it was going to break out because we were getting this real tight window, right? And so as it breaks up, it does get fairly close to that first take profit, which was 343. So it went to 310, but I wouldn't really consider that a good long opportunity. That would just be a momentum trade. I would like to see here and then wait. This would be the entrance, and then that would be your target. And when it rejects off the previous structure, right, that's where you look to grab that short. And so basically the same thing happened again. So we have our structure here. It put in structure a little bit higher, and then on the break of the low of structure, which would be here, that's where you're looking to enter. You know, coincidentally, the VWAP happens to be right there. We get this pullback. Where does it pull back to? The low of the previous structure. Oh, fancy, fancy. Now I figured out why the dot goes like this. All right. And so it pulls back. You see it fail the previous structure, short the break of the VWAP, and then the target's down. And if we look at the targets that I'm looking at, this is how I'm making these targets. HMAs for oil. So a couple of things that I'm looking for as for the targets down, right? I'm looking at the previous structure, and I'm looking at places that you're getting the most confluence from price, right? And so we have a bunch of bars coming down to here. I'm not concerned if it's a wick or if it's a bar or anything like that, right? I'm just concerned of where the price is touching. And we do have, I mean, it might be the low of this little value area, but it is the low right before the break, right? And we know that if price is not accepted in these areas, that it's more than likely to reject off of them. So here, right where this is at, previously we had no value, and that's where it's rejecting off of. Right here we have a little volume cliff, and so if it breaks below that, right, which is why we have that level there, because we know if it breaks below that, we can get a little spill action. And that's pretty much, I know it might seem mundane, right? A little fancy word of the day. But that's how simple the trading can be for you guys. It really can be that simple. Yes, welcome to everybody joining us for the first time. 3 in a row off TPO. Andy's gonna get a t-shirt made now. Consistency. That's my goal at the moment. Thanks, Andy's. Yeah, that's the goal. Progressive, you got it at 61. Oh, did you take a you took a long. Nice. Good shit, bro. Way to see the bar fail at the bottom of structure and then go. I like it. Rex Cock, what's up, bro? Well, now we're forming this lower structure. This is what we've got to do. Got to turn these back on and zoom out. Turn these bars off. Let's find some levels. ETH just like wants to go to 0 apparently, but it seems like. But here's our previous level here. This should be a decent area. This 1900. I like that 1950 level just because. Oh, you took a short. Oh, okay. From 80 to 61. Okay, nice. Good stuff. Levels there. You have 20 time frames favored. Yeah, you guys were brainwashed, bro. Brainwashed. When Bybit took its sweet ass time. Yeah, of course. Yeah, ExoCharts just makes it so difficult to like do stuff like this, so it's such a pain in the ass. It has to be like that. Bybit data, chappies? What's that? 1890? Oh, okay. Oh, Bybit data. That's what you're looking at. Okay. On Bybit. 1957. So down here. I think I mean you could be a bit more aggressive. Chappies in short, like maybe up here. Try to get that extra steam. And then you said long at 1990. There. Yeah, I'd want to see it. I'd want to see it kind of hold up above there a little bit before I like to get long. But that's, I mean, as long as you have your target here, target the point of control, I think that would be good. Looks good. Joey, is that how you found the channel? Your kid was like looking for like dog shows? Yeah, let's short this real quick. Oh, it's gonna feel like a new hashtag dogs. He thinks I am trading our dog in at the vet. Oh, that's hilarious. That's too funny. Does he have any preference on what you traded in for? Like, listen, this time I want a German Shepherd, okay? Yo, so I started watching that show you guys were talking about, Animal Kingdom. That shit's intense, bro. It's a good show. I thought you guys were veterinarians to trade vets. Well, I guess I don't know what they call. What do you guys call like in other countries? What do you guys call like your people that served in the military? Like in the United States, we call them veterans. What do you guys call them in other countries? We're not trading dogs. I'm on the wrong channel. That's odd. Yeah, Animal Kingdom is awesome. Yeah, and I guess the new season just started too, so perfect timing for me to get deep into a show like that. Retired service in the Aussies. Diggers. The trade diggers. See if we can catch that short here. Come on, you can do it.
Clank, clickety, clank. The money goes into my piggy bank.
Short off that poor high. Well, I did not have a mom like theirs. Their mom's a savage, yeah. A whole series of clubs called Retired Service League. I think it stands for. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, the US, yeah, we just call them veterans or vets or you know RSL is the formal language. I worked with a couple of Aussie special forces medics, and they came to San Antonio with us when we were going through like pre-deployment medical training, and they were like, beards, smoking, drinking, having a good time. All of us are just like struggling, hating life, and they're just like, yeah, mate, we're here to have a good time. One of them was doing fucking handstand push-ups like a savage. That was pretty cool. Pretty chill dudes. Yeah, thanks, Todd. Yeah, just basic market structure. That's it. Just looking for that market structure and, just going from there. Oh, okay, I see. So there's some history attached to that. That makes sense. Look at all the cell volume coming in, guys. Look at the cell volume here. Getting kind of propped up by this buyer here. You wonder, and you have cell volume around the same spot. If we can get below this 32,450, if sellers will come back in, try to push this thing down, try to weigh it down. We did eat into the singles a little bit, but not by much. Wonder, are you guys going through like the same kind of thing that we're going through? So like for me, when I first came in the military, everyone was just kind of a little bit more thick-skinned, right? Tougher, I guess you could say. You could smoke them, and smoking means uh like make them do physical exercise when they're, you know, uh not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And then um you have like a generation of new soldiers who are kind of like, you tell them to do push-ups and they're like, you're going to need to counsel me first, right? So you wonder if like the diggers is like the old school ones. Oh, just in Texas, I don't think they know that COVID exists. Yeah, in California, they're seeing a lot of increases. My mom works down in the Bay Area. She's a nurse, um, and she was saying that, like, just over the from the Fourth of July weekend, there was a ton of more COVID cases. Louise, you stayed getting smoked. What was your MOS? You can smoke soldiers still. It's just a matter of, you know, like, so now like they can just snitch on you if you're smoking them for no reason. So like the way that they coded the new or manual is like you can make them do like the exercises that are part of PRT. So like push-ups, you can make them do the rower, you can make them do the 8 count push-up, you can make them do shit like that. If their PT score is not maxed, right? If someone has a max PT score, then you can't really smoke them, because instead of calling it smoke now, they're calling physical improvement. I know. I know. It is Z West, right? It's the worst. It's fucking dumb. The new recruits age 25 and under seem a lot too soft for military service kind these days. It does seem a little bit like that, right? And I came from recruiting, and some of the kids that would come to me, um I would just think to myself like, fuck. Like, good thing there's just nothing going on right now. So, and there's the new Air Force PFT. You can walk if you choose. Classic. Yeah, the Air Force is one of the physical fitness tests on the Air Force is just a waist measurement. Like, if you're not fat, good job. You know, they give you like you get credit for not being fat. It's like, what? Hello? Z with the 420. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Oop, wrong one, bro. My button's messed up. Thank you, man. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Did it read the message this time? No? I appreciate it, Z. Thank you. Thank you. Glad you nailed those trades too. The chair force. Uh Yo, was there let's take a peek at the news real quick, guys. Let's look at see if what I wanted to see was Ethereum news, because that drop that we had in Ethereum seemed to be a lot more violent than uh than the Bitcoin, right? Will they be able to handle the combat situations? Well, that's going to be based off their leader, right? Uh, in the military, we say you're a direct reflection of your leadership. So, Island Dan, good morning. And so, you know, it depends on your training, right? I've for me, a lot of times, like when I was a platoon sergeant, my my platoon at first, a couple of them, not all of them, would be like, "Oh, Sergeant Haven is, you know, he's too hard on us," and blah 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 blah. But then, you know, after the fact of actually having to do their job, they would be like, "Man, thank you so much. You prepared us. We were ready for all of this." Um, and so it's just a matter of how they're prepared, right? It that's all that really matters. Because I've met I've met people high up that don't know shit. I've met, you know, younger people that are really really good. Um, it's just they could improve, and I've put a lot of effort into trying to help them improve, and that's, you know, kind of the reason that I, you know, wanted to get out was they just aren't taking any constructive criticism when it comes to the recruiting, and I wanted to change a little bit of the recruiting process. So to recruit into the military, right, we take this test called the ASVAB, the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery Test, and it's basically a fucking joke, right? It's the easiest test in the world, even though a lot of people fail it. It's an easy fucking test. The thing is, it doesn't reflect actual capability to do the job. And then also, because when you're doing your job, unlike the Air Force, so in the Air Force you take a test. Once you're in, you take a test to get promoted based off your job. Where in the Army, it's, you know, it's pretty easy to get promoted if you're good at PT. Like if you can run fast and do push-ups and sit-ups, or you're personable, like you have a good personality, you can pretty much get promoted. It's pretty easy. But when it comes to other things, you know, that doesn't say you're good at your job, and especially if you're in a technical job like a medic, right? Or a combat engineer where you're required to, you know, be, you know, blowing shit up. Yo, Luis, did you guys ever have so when I was attached to an engineer company, or actually I was just an engineer platoon for a bit, but we would take some of my IV bags and strap some det cord to them and then throw them at doors and blast doors off like that, and it was fucking cool. Becoming a stripper. Yeah, I've long said that the military is, you know, it can be like welfare because you get paid no matter what. So it just depends on the person, right? Like for me, I gave full effort constantly. That's just my personality. Um, and that's what a lot of people don't like, because they're like, bro, just chill. We can just get paid the same way, but you can just chill. And for me, I'm like, nah, I don't care about the pay. I'm here to win, and we're gonna all win together. So, Australia-based blockchain company Power Ledger to migrate from Solana from Ethereum in search of higher speed and scalability. I wonder if, look at ETH is down almost 6%. Let's take a Go back. Yahoo. So Yahoo Finance is probably the best news out there, guys. If you're gonna look for news, I know it might not seem like it, but Yahoo is pretty good when it comes to news. I heard about Aussies hiding in bushes, hearing loads of Yanks walk right over them and not notice. Yeah, sounds about right. Hell yeah, great. Yep, 2 IV bags and a det cord weaved in between, taped really fucking tight, and then boom. Exactly. Yeah, dude, I loved that shit. That because so in the army, you've got these combat engineers, right? And they're they're like infantrymen, but they're a little fucked up in the head, right? They're a little weird, and it's because they like to blow shit up. Like any chance they get, they're like, you're like, hey, we gotta clear this building. Like, let's blow the fucking door up. Like, it's open. Like, fuck it, let's blow it up. You know, that's just how they are. So it's an interesting bunch of people, but it's fun. You know, it's fun to blow up a door every once in a while. You know what I mean? Like, if you haven't done it, you should try it. If you're in the military and it's legal, don't just do it. Right? That wasn't advice. That was if you get in the military. 100 billion. I was reading something yesterday, and somebody was saying that Bitcoin is going to be 200,000 by September, right? Well, that's a fantasy land, isn't it? I mean, 200,000? Can you imagine? This is just more of that El Salvador news, not really telling us shit. Let's look at the COT reports. Look at the Bitcoin COT report. We didn't look at this one last. Okay, kind of looks like they were nervous, right? They got rid of their long position and rid of their short position, and they're sitting about even, about average. And this is last Tuesday, of course, so I'm sure it's changed. See, I noticed it. I just didn't say anything. Seems unlikely. Yeah, I agree. It does seem unlikely. Go to DOT reports. Look, is it? Here's you've merged 8 sessions. Are you talking about on this chart? Yeah. You're talking about on this. So you went like this. So if you want to clone and save, just click your template, right? And then just click new, and then write your template in. Then click OK, and then save it, and it'll save like that. Yeah, Chirp. That's what I was thinking about too. So if there is doesn't keep doing this. If there is a fall in the futures market, right, which there's not, obviously we're climbing back up. I'm pretty sure we're at all-time highs right now. We are. If if there's a fall, I was imagining that there'd probably just be, they wouldn't actually let a crash happen. They would just hold it up, prop it up. Yeah, no problem, Andy's. No problem. Been said that once we get certain regulation, that it's going to pump like crazy due to more institutional investors. Yeah, I would just ignore that information, because what that can lead to is bias, right? And if you're not really familiar with what's happening, or of how much FUD as you guys call it. What does FUD even stand for? I see people type it all the time. Is it like fucked up propaganda or something like that? Um, but it can develop a bias within yourself, and that can be, that can be bad for your trading. I wanted to look at was these 10 years. 10-year. Oh, fear, uncertainty, doubt. Oh, okay, okay. That makes sense. Also, what I wanted to look at was, is this your guys' dollar over there? Oh, here it is, Australian dollar. Take a look at this, guys. See this? Remember when I told you when COVID first happened, I shorted the Australian dollar? And look, they're doing it again. You know why? Because they owe a bunch of fucking money to China in American dollars. So they're devaluing their own currency. This is why I'm not a huge fan of crypto. Or not of crypto, of Forex, because they're devaluing their currency on purpose. They don't have to pay back as much money. I mean, it's smart, but kind of bullshit. Bitcoin needs a shit or get off the pot for real. Just getting in a nice tight little range right there. But the nice thing about what Bitcoin's doing right here is that we have these single prints. Let me load my template back up. Yeah, the Hungarian dollar is probably, let's take a look. So we have these single prints, right? And so we know that if price goes up, we know where to look for. We have single prints up here as well. So we know that if it comes up here and it can't close these single prints, we don't have real demand in the market. Australia is gonna think deep. Yeah. Let's take a peek at the EXY. Dollar's doing. Yeah, the dollar got a nice little pump and then it's pulling back to the top of structure. Let's look at the daily. This is what's kind of had me on this downside of the crypto space, is because during this time, we had that crash here in crypto, and then we had this huge race to the top. And now that the dollar's been going back up, we really haven't seen too much upside on crypto. And that's because the dollar is getting a little bit more value, right? And we're kind of running into some resistance here on the dollar. So it'll be interesting to see if it breaks above this level. And I know not a lot of people are watching this 92 or 93 flat level. But I like to get one of those people, see if it holds above 93 and then starts to attack this 94 half level. Take a look at the US 10-year. US 10. We are. This thing's been going down. 1.3. It was all the way up at 1.7. This is when the market was everyone was calling the crash. And now that we're coming down, people are pushing money back into the market. Big buyers up here. Let's see if we can get paid. Do you want to look at the Hungarian dollar? What's it called? The Fornet? I don't even know. Does it trade in futures? Because this is just futures. People are shorting Canada's dollar too. What about our pound? Pound is getting shorted pretty heavy. Mexican peso getting bought up. Look at that. People are long on the peso, the Mexican peso, big time. Look at the difference in that. And they're adding to the long position. I don't know if we can just look at the HUF. Let's see. I don't think you can look at it by itself. Look at it against the US dollar. It's been getting shit on. You're gonna need a wheelbarrow full of money to buy a loaf of bread soon. Yeah, Joey, that's actually that's actually something consider. That's why you've gotta look at here's that link. You've got to look at you know, maybe making your own shit. You know what I mean? Luckily, got a family full of hippies, and you know, how dare you short the Canadian dollar? I didn't short the Canadian dollar. I shorted the Aussie dollar, but that was a while back. But we might need to short it again. Who knows? Checking in on a short break here today. Hey, what's good, Izzy? It will keep getting shit on. Pretty soon, money will be cheaper to wipe with toilet paper. Yeah, that was crazy, bro. It was crazy that people went so hard after toilet paper when the C word first happened. Where is
Clank, clickety, clank, the money goes into my piggy bank.
where is 10-year? We're just getting out of 10 years. Fix. People are just fucking buying both. So for those of you guys that don't know who Michael Burry is, you should probably look him up and then watch the movie. And he has a huge short position that is supposed to be in between. He did a spread, a debit spread, where the VIX will be between 20 and 40 in this month, July. So he is kind of predicting a crash in the stock market by taking that position, right? But he's covering himself on the downside. And what's crazy is when he bought this you know, a few years ago. And so with this, he basically set himself up to spend, I think he spent like $20 million, and you know, opportunity, he has an opportunity to make $400 million. So that's something to look at. And we have our VIX here. This is the volatility index that you track for the stock market, right? We're at 16. We jumped up to 20 last week, right? So he's probably taking some profit. But you know, he's basically kind of getting ready for this huge pop. So Dr. Michael Murray. No, he's I think his last name is Burry. Isn't it Michael Burry? You know that they say during a gold rush, sell shovels, so during hyperinflation, buy wheelbarrows. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Start to invest in wheelbarrow stocks. Yeah, like rubber, tires, aluminum. Here we go. Come on. Get below this volume. and then sell it down to that B open. Prepare your ears, guys.
Tank, take a deep tank. The money goes into my piggy bank. Tank, take a deep tank. The money goes into my piggy bank.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Good work.
Stop filled.
All right, that trade's over. Sorry. Now you guys got my full focus. So, XRP. Let's see if they sold market cipher. Yeah, XRP is eating into those single prints a bit. So that is interesting. If we're getting some follow through. Bitcoin's still kind of stuck down here. Bitcoin's putting in some nice structure up here though, for sure. Putting in some nice volume. Right here, right here. There's no stops ran right here, guys, right? This is one tick. This is no stops. That noise. Oh, thank you for subscribing. Adita Barashini. Is that Irish? Long and short, what's up? Late night for me. Yeah, that's what we were saying. It was a late night. Hopefully you caught some shorts. Yeah, Joey, I'm looking at that as well. I am looking at that as well. What's interesting though is the stimulus that's set up for regular people. So in the last crash, they didn't really give any regular people much stimulus. They just bailed out banks and big companies, but this time they're bailing out people, so we'll kind of see. Michael Burry that predicted the Big Short movie plot. Yeah. He predicted the Big Short. And to hold that position, he had to pay a lot of margin, and he had to beg banks to let him hold that position. Ended up paying out, and everyone thought he was crazy. Everyone kind of wanted their money back from the company, but he had it written so they couldn't. So first time here. Do you have any videos explaining market profile? Hey, Crypt. Yeah, I definitely do. A lot of the videos are based off of market profile. Well, actually, all of the videos. It's the only way that I trade. But we also have a website that you can check out. And then if you jump into our Discord, which should be linked below, and if it's not, I will shoot you I'll post it right here. That way you can join it. There you go. So yeah, and Serendipity had labeled a lot of them. But we pretty much talk about, nothing besides, well, we talk about a lot of stuff, but we talk a lot about market profile. Ooh, Costa Rica's nice. Graham, are there some mountains down there? I know you're a big outdoors person. If I need surgery, I'm coming to see you. Yeah, that's I'm interested in, watching that. And last time there was a market crash, it was preceded by a crash in lumber. So let's take a peek at that, right? Take a peek at some lumber futures. Where they at? Ketamine IV drip. Yeah, that rent moratorium. Yeah, that's that is kind of shitty. And you know, people are so fucking lazy. They're like, sure, I'll just sit here forever. Why work when I could just live in this house and never pay rent? Fentanyl. Yeah, so it's pretty even as far as the futures go. If we can what's the ticker for lumber? Um there it is, that'll be it. See? Getting this down pull. This is kind of what people were nervous about, is that we were down a pretty decent amount, right? Lumber got up to, $1,700 for this futures, and now we're down back to basically almost back down to the pre-COVID levels. Zoom this thing out a bit. Oh, I said the C word, my bad. Yeah, so we're here, 470. That's going to be, your level to watch. They're saying, what were they saying? They were saying, like, if there is a crash, they're going to hold it at pre-C word highs. So look for this level, to start breaking on that. Where can you trade lumber? You can trade anything on the futures market, bro. You can trade fucking, look at this. This is so when the market first started, they were trading like bales of hay and corn and shit like that. But you can trade all this stuff. And this is how, originally it was started by farmers would hedge, would use the futures contracts to hedge, right? Because if their product goes down or if they can't get it out of all their product, then they need to be able to hedge against their against themselves, right? But you can trade hogs, you can trade live cattle, you can trade soybeans, trade coffee. You can trade pretty much anything you want, right? Except for PCP. Yeah, there is professional cocoa traders, man. There's a I have a good amount of friends that trade only bonds, right? And bonds don't move very much, but that's what they trade. And they kind of just set all their uh their limits or whatever, set their levels, and then they just trade to their levels. They don't make trades very often, but when they do, it's good money. Yeah, on Quant Tower you could if you have an AMP account for sure. See, yeah. Yeah, wood and ammo are expensive. I'm glad I bought a bunch of ammo. I got actually pretty lucky. I bought a full gym set and a ton of ammo in 2019. I had no idea that there was going to be, the C word, and we're going to get this huge rise in prices. And probably could have sold all my shit, maybe should have, but didn't, because I like it and use it. So FCOJ from Trading Places. Who's that, Steve? Oh, that's what they traded on the movie Trading Places. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can you look at rubber? Supposed to be a huge shortage? Sure. Let's see what we got. Not lumber, but commodities. Yeah. Where is rubber? No, I don't see rubber. Rubber might not trade in futures either. So let's see. Uh, can you trade cocoa plants in Latin America with futures? Long gun, shoddy, and assault. I have a decent amount of things. Of course, you know, they're not at my house in California because I'll be illegal. How far back would I look at structure? You want to look back to the most recent thing, right? A lot of times people will look back like years and years and years and years. Like I know a lot of people are looking at this market and being like, oh, in 2008, you know, this happened, right? So they'll go here and they'll look at, let's say they look at the ES, right? And they're looking at ES futures, and they'll put this thing on the fucking monthly chart and pull it out, and they'll say, oh, okay, well, this happened in 2008. But the difference is, you know, you've got to understand you've got to understand the difference between in 2008, right? This drop was, you know, basically nothing, right? The COVID drop was more dramatic than the housing crisis and the bank error. I mean, that's basically what it was. It was bank error. Then the C word drop. And so what they're expecting is, you know, what I would be expecting is I would be expecting, you know, something along the lines of this level, because this was just like a slow drift and then straight down and then straight up, right? And a big reason why the US market has just been going up and up and up is because people have been shorting it for fucking ever since 2008 because they can't give it up, right? This is the biggest bull market in American history, and this is our, you know, our French baguette that, you know, people have been having to eat because they've been trying to short the market the whole time. Because they keep trying to call the top. So what I recommend is, you know, don't worry about too far to the left, because what that's going to get you is going to get you biased, going to get you distracted. So all these people that have been shorting this whole time, you know, when they could have just bought or bought or bought or bought or bought or bought, like at any point they could have just bought with all of their life savings and then just sat there and let their and let their thing trade. All right, so if we go to Bitcoin, take a peek at Binance. Why not? Is it not going to load for us? Here we go. Oh, this is only as far as the Bitcoin future. Go back to. Bought with all their life savings, not financial advice. I mean, that's what they could have done, though. That's the thing. That's the crazy thing is like, you know, like I said, I've been basically just spending all of my money on Apple for such a long time, and it's just been working. You know what I mean? Shiba, no, don't do it. You know what Shiba reminds me of? Shiba reminds me of ACB. Oh, BLX. Okay, thanks. You can tell I don't look far back. This first one? Or this one? Yeah, this one. Been 1 trillion on Shiba. Oh, maybe. Here we go. What the fuck is this white line right here? Oh, it's the PWAP. There's no data for exchanges. You choose BTC on Coinbase or Gemini. There we go. So, as we had this historic rise, right, from the people that were, you know, selling Bitcoin. I know some guy bought a pizza with like 100,000 Bitcoins, right, back in 2009 or something like that. When you're looking too far left, the only reason you should be looking over here is if price is getting down to these levels, right? But we have some levels below. You could zoom in on these levels to get more concrete levels, right? But we have some of these levels, and I could just draw them with the drawing tool, I guess, since we're on trading view. So these are levels that you can look for, but I mean, I wouldn't look unless we start to get down into these levels. What happens is people compare this to this. Make this a little bit bigger. People compare this to this, and then to this, right? And the thing that they're not understanding is why this is happening. That's the big thing. They're not understanding that the reason that we're having these pops is because, and if we switch this off of the monthly, and let's just put it on the daily. The reason that we're having, some of these pops is because people are shorting this, right? We came up to here, we failed. When it came back up here, people shorted heavy, shorted heavy, right? Couldn't hold their short, got their heads ripped off. Same spot right here. So people came up here, they took profit, got back to the same spot. You had a bunch of people shorting, right? But why? Why were they shorting in that area? What was showing us that they were shorting? And then they got their heads ripped off. And then right here, this is where you saw the first time when Bitcoin came down, went back up to the level, and didn't just well, I don't want to say the wrong word, wreck it, right? Didn't just wreck it. So it just came up, right? It kind of fizzled out, came back down, but then it popped back up into this structure, right? And this is where I was telling C130 that he should sell around 60,000 because it looks like that the market was going to go down. I actually told him originally to sell at 50,000 because it was the low of that structure, and I wasn't sure, when it was gonna pop. And by pop, I mean the bubble. Let's say, can we look at ETH? Yeah, ETH's still kind of sitting in that little range. Taking a look for a coin. I'm looking for a coin. Listen, so it's me. You're looking to gamble, right? Guys, my wife is calling. Give me a second. You guys like the music or no? Who's spamming? We're getting spammers? Oh, mysterious MM. I can time him out. Pretty sure. See, I love to kick spammers. I love to punch dumb people in the face. Will Safe Moon hit 1 cent? Oh, it's me. You gotta get off that that train, bro. Start learning to trade, and you won't have to worry about that kind of stuff. You like the music, Chappies? Thanks. Yeah, it's just like chill ass music. That's why I like it. And I can even put it in, like I can put it in. So I can put it in like this, and I can turn it down so it's just like nice and low in the background, right? So I don't know if you guys can hear me well over it, but you should be able to, and you just kind of hear it like low in the background, right? Kind of just puts you in that little chill zone, you know what I mean? That's the kind of zone that you want to be in. Because remember, you've got to be relaxed. You've got to, you're not trying to look to get aggression. We're not about to lift some weights. Makes you want to do some algebra or something smart. Hell yeah, that's what I like. We're just chilling. God help him. Safe. Crypto Kevin's about to get on one. Oh, you can't hear the music now? Let me turn it up a bit. How about now? Algebra. You know what I wanted to look at? I wanted to look at gas. Not oil, but gas. Because gas prices where I'm at are almost $5 a gallon. Perfect. A little more perfect. Nice. You guys can hear me fine over the music. Don't want to get spooked out every time we see red candles if we're along. Yeah. Yeah, the gym music. Yeah, gym music is a different playlist. TPO trip hop. Where is gas? Here we go. Natural gas. Garnet, you're at 305? Yeah. Yeah, up here in Oregon. Yeah, people are just hedging against both just in case. Looks like here. Petrol. Petrol. Oh, does it just stop? That's it? Gotta keep playing it, huh? Gasolina. You know what's crazy? So the first time I went to Oregon, Z, I was driving up to the base up in Washington, and Paris, you already know. I was driving up to Oregon, and I get out, I stop at a gas station, and I get out and start to pump my gas, and some dude comes up. He goes, "Bro, I got to do that for you." I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "We got to pump your gas here." And I was like, "I can do it. I'm good." He's like, "No, we have to do it. It's a law." And so in Oregon, they have to pump your gas for you. It's a trip. And then it's because it's like a way of creating income, like a nice high school job or something like that. So it's cool. Look at this. EG&E gas. Yeah. Swap dealers are long. Managed money's long and short. Mostly short. Yeah, I tried pumping gas, bro. Rookie mistake. Yeah. Rookie mistake. They got my ass. I was like, the fuck are you guys doing? I like seeing this. This almost looks exactly like something else we looked at, guys. What does it look like? Where is yesterday? Day is this? This is the 12th? Is today the 13th? It's the 13th. Let me I wish you could just duplicate. We go. I can do this. So this is yesterday morning, and this is right now. Right? To me, it looks fairly similar. Starting to see these sellers come in at the bottom, and here let's find. I think if we do, you know, so that's an interesting thing to look at, right? Especially with oops, what am I doing here? Interesting thing to pay attention to, guys. Starting to see it kind of look a little bit like yesterday. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Yeah, you can't pump your own gas. Damn, he's fined $500. The fuck? Yeah, I imagine that'll probably be interesting if they never pump their own gas, like if they never worked there. Union rules. Yeah, only a few states still do that, yeah. First day paper trading, the ES just closed for 18 ticks. Let's go. Let's go. I thought I got that, you know, I thought I got that, I think I did actually. You know what I wanted to get? My Stream Deck app, bro. This is too slow for me, bro. Let's find something better. Here it is. This is the one right here, guys. Here we go. So where's that? Where are you at? Who was that? That was at Jingles, right? Yo, good shit. Boom. Hit him with it. I had to find it real quick. Bitboy has to cut back on everything before his head explodes. Let me know if the music is too loud. You guys can't hear me. We'll send SpyBit pull over my loss limit today on potentially slow market exit and possible limit exit. I'll have more time to study the charts. You guys are hilarious. Yeah, bro, this group really is the best, honestly. No idea where the degree button is. 40 angle trap shorts. Talking about here, that 45-degree angle. Yep, we have a poor low too. You can see the thing that I like about to go back here. Switch back to Bitcoin. And combine these. Do this. So we have this distribution up above, comes down, and we kind of run out of supply, right? You see the supply run out, put in that poor low. Now we're moving back up. Got these single prints up here, right? So as you're looking for this, and our text back out, we see the break of this top. This is where, you know, you can put your structure in. The only thing for me, you know, I'm not a huge fan of trying to get long in this area, even though it would be decent just to try to fill that. And you know that if you don't fill it, then you can just back out. As long as you never say we're going to the moon, we'll keep watching. Yeah, you'll never hear me say that, bro. Hey Brad, what's the intraday margin for crypto on Ninja Trader? So for actual Bitcoin, it is it's half of whatever Bitcoin's at, and then for micro Bitcoin, it's $500. So if you're trading like the Bitcoin futures, it's $500 per contract. But if you're trading micro Bitcoin, it is a little bit less, $500 per contract. Structure on ADA is strong. Let's take a peek. Yep, it's holding right there. So this could be a nice trade actually. So if you were to try to get in on the break of this, right, to fill these single prints, you could target this B area. And then if it gets up and holds, your next target up could be the A high or the VWAP. That's what when I'm looking for stuff like that, I like to look for reference points, right? You have this value area low. Adrian D, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for subscribing. I killed it on AF. What's AF? Yeah, Alex, if it breaks that, fills these singles, target that B high, get above that B high, hold, target that A high and the VWAP, that could be a nice little move. You gotta pay attention to this low of structure over here, right? Should we call Elon? You guys want to give him a call like we did yesterday? Let's see what we got. I know AF is as fuck, but it said he killed it on as fuck. Elon didn't answer, guys. Elon didn't answer. Bearable. I was thinking the same thing when I read it, though. I'll be honest with you, bro. I was thinking the same exact thing. I was like, you killed it on as fuck. What? ADA on Sunday. Oh, okay. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, Bitcoin's kind of setting up that same play, right? Kind of get up here, target that, except for this time the B high is that VWAP, and we know that the bottom of that structure where those single prints are at, going. Oh no, Clockwatcher, yesterday he answered me. That's how we got that short off the open. It's he had to text me. Yeah, because he's in court getting interrogated. You guys ever watch him? He's a troll. He's funny. He's like Zuckerberg too. Zuckerberg does that same shit. Where Zuckerberg will be like, you know, Zuckerberg's like a goddamn robot. Yeah, Progressive, I watched all that stuff that you sent me. Keep searching and calling, ladies and gents, and Matrix programs. Amp futures? Yeah, yeah. See, you're talking about amp futures for Quant Tower? Dr. Dumper. I seen a picture yesterday, like a meme or something that someone posted that said the biggest short position or the biggest long position in Dogecoin or the biggest hodler in Dogecoin, and it was Elon's son, a picture of Elon's son, and then Elon tweeted back and was like, yeah, he's never said the word sell one time. It's all about the percentage of the move, Poke. So it's all about the percentage. It's based off the percentages when you're trading it. Curtis, check your blood sugar. We can go get donuts if you want. Alright, get your shoes on, Norma. Go. All right, guys. I got the kids in my my ear. They said, "Dad, we didn't get donuts on Sunday, so you owe us some donuts, and it's time to pay up." So, you know, gonna go snag some donuts. If anybody wants one, send me your favorite type, right? But remember, this is the United States, and we don't do jelly filled donuts here. We do cream filled. So. My Canadian brethren, you guys are fucked, right? Can't get a jelly fill. No, you probably get a jelly fill. I'm just fucking around. My English friends, right? Maybe I'll try to get some biscuits for you guys. Hey Brad, how do you get this single print box? The single print box, man, is it should populate automatically. Ooh, Voodoo Donuts is fire in Portland, bro. Oh my god. Damn. Now I want some fucking Voodoo. Ooh, sour cream donuts? I'm boring that shit. Ooh, apple fritter, bro. I love apple fritter. But I'm boring, bro. I go old fashioned. You know, like the old fashioned donuts that kind of look like a crown? That's my favorite one. 120? Okay. Get your shoes on. Let's go.
Okay.
What?
I already have it.
Oh, fancy. Alright, get dressed. How are you gonna stay here by yourself? Let's go. No, she's not. Chappie should take over the stream. There's a channel, guys. So there's a channel. Where's the Discord at? There's a channel that, you know, I recommend that you guys get into it. Where is it? If we go up to, yeah, so if you go under TPO trading and you go into the brainstorm channel, you guys can all jump in there. I'm pretty sure it's open channel and you guys can all just jump in and talk, chat, you know? And if I get on, right, if I get on the computer, I'm just messing around doing whatever I'm doing and I see a bunch of people in there, I'll fucking hop in there. But normally I never see anybody in there, so I just chill. But oh, Indies. Yeah, I love the fucking English slang too. Like, you ever hear Gordon Ramsay? He's like, "What the fuck are you doing, you donut?" Uh, you know, that's such like, who would think of like an insult calling somebody a donut? You know, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, use that. Yeah, use that TPO brainstorm channel. That's why I put it in there, so you guys can get in there when you want and talk. You know, sometimes it's hard to fucking just be chatting or like a text, like typing, you know what I mean? Crypto, that'd be a different stream, bro. It'll be a different type of stream. Here we go, we're eating those fucking singles. I gotta get you know what I gotta get, you know, because we got the stop run, but I gotta get us a Pac-Man one. Huh, Hungarians are precursors. Where's the lamb sauce? I just like the English slang because it's like you know, and I'm sure the Aussie slang is pretty similar. But the like they just have like a, you know, it's like that Cockney rhyming, so it's like the way that it plays into things that you would never think, right? And it's just funny, man. I just like it. Chappie's just got filled on an ETH trade. Let's go. He said, "Let's go. Let's go." Where'd you eat that? Oh, it's limited to 10 people? Say what? Let me I'll edit that shit right now. Permissions. Everyone. How do I change the amount of people? User limit. All right, it's fixed. There we go. Now it's 99. So yeah, I guess everyone can't pour in there. Your mom wears gum boots. I have no idea. If somebody calls my mom, I just fucking smile at them. Be like, you said mom. Take your phone and do a stream at the donuts, like Crypto. I could do an Instagram live. I'm still trying to learn that Instagram live. So did we have those singles? But didn't fill the singles. Didn't fill those singles. Getting some strong. I wouldn't say strong. Selling. Mum's the word. Show us the inside of your Lambo. You guys can see the inside of a Nissan Altima. We'll see what my kids think. I don't know if they want to be on Instagram live. Yes, we failed to fill those singles on this open bar. Bar open, ticked one up. A bunch of buyers tried to push it up, and it's coming down. So you want to see if buyers are going to support these levels here. So 32,560, 32,620-ish, right? And then here, right? See how that's selling and then price reverses? Interesting. All right, guys. But I really got to go take my kids to get some donuts, right? I owe them, so I got to pay up. You got Ultima too? Nice. Oh, it's for the rental since you're back in the States. Nice, nice. On the phone. I'm live. with important Bitcoin news. If everyone asks me on Instagram, I could do a little Instagram drive-through idea. But yeah, love you all, guys. I'll see everyone that's taking the boot camp later on in about, what's that, 8:30, 3.5 hours. And today we are getting deep into the rabbit hole. Yesterday we just stuck our head in and looked around, and today we're doing a nosedive right in there. You guys have a wonderful day, and make sure that you are managing your risk and sticking to your trade plan, and I will catch you all later.